Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
I mean, with the cricket and the Ashes, we won the first Ashes. Kate knows all about baseball now as well. Been talking about it all week.
Vaguely.
It's great timing with the second test starting very, very soon. The two-part miniseries Warnie, it premieres Sunday night 7 p.m. on Channel 9. And then it continues Monday night at 7:30. The man playing Shane Warne is Alex Williams. He joins us now. Alex!
Welcome to the show, Alex.
Thank you for having me.
It's such a roller coaster ride. Like Shane Warne's life, you don't such enormous highs with him saving this country so many times against the best cricketers in the world, and then the drug scandal and all that kind of stuff as well with the pill and all that kind of stuff that he took as well, and then obviously towards the end as well that no one saw coming with losing his life. It would have been quite draining to go through what Warnie had in his life.
Yeah, there were a lot of different scandals, and for me, a lot of it was, yes, that stuff is in the show because it has to be. You're not going to, just create an alternate history, but it's about how he responded to that and owned those mishaps that I think is the reason that the country sort of fell in love with him and stayed in love with him.
Yeah, and I think when he did pass away, I have a feeling that even if you weren't a fan of Shane Warne and you only ever saw the headlines and as a result perhaps maybe didn't even think too much of him, there were a lot of interviews and a lot of press and a lot of things that were rehashed, and it was as if the country was reintroduced to this guy.
You know what another one was? When he went into the jungle and did I'm a Celebrity, and you got to see the real Warnie. Like, you got to see him 24/7.
I used a fair bit of that because obviously when you're playing a real person, you get a lot of content that's out there of them in interviews. So to get that in the jungle was actually quite handy because I'd imagine there you probably just forget the cameras are on a little bit.
Yeah.
So that was kind of useful just for a few like little side moments and little ins.
There was a scene where I think Warnie and Simone first got together and it gets quite intimate. Can you tell us what happened on set that day?
Yeah, so me and Mans, we've been good mates for about 7 or 8 years. Yeah. But, with that comes, we're playing husband and wife. We've got that little... So it's when they're young. So I've got this big kind of blonde mullet on. And the scene is basically they're getting it on their way to the bedroom. He's pushing her up against the wall and then it cuts away. And in the bedroom is the bed.
Right.
Yes.
And I'm supposed to fall back on the bed and she's supposed to fall on top of me.
Yeah.
The bed's on wheels.
Right.
So the bed's moved a little bit.
Right.
We hit the wall a little hard and Marnie kind of hits the back of her head on the wall.
Yeah.
And then it rebounds forward as I'm sort of coming up to kiss her again. And she headbutts me on the nose.
Oh, yeah.
But it sort of just discombobulated both of us. So then we go into the bedroom and I'm blind falling backwards and we've completely missed the bed.
Oh,
Oh, no.
What we haven't missed was the corner of the bedside table.
Oh, no.
Onto the back of my head with her on top of me. So she's put her hand out to brace and she's broken her wrist. The first bone she's ever broken in her body. But at that point, all you hear is bang, expletive, and then you can just see like this massive red patch coming through the wig.
And you split your head open?
Massively, yeah.
So how many did you get any stitches, Alex?
Yeah, they're like, we've got to stitch the back of your head back together, glue it and stitch it. We're just going to shave the back of your head. The producers are there going, well, you can't because he's got to work tomorrow.
But you can also imagine Warnie just hovering over you guys having a bit of a laugh, watching the whole thing as well. Mate, we're really looking forward to this. It's going to be great. It kicks off Sunday night, 7 p.m. on Channel 9. It's the two-part miniseries, Warnie. And you can catch Alex as Shane Warne, mate. Really appreciate your time. Thanks for coming in, brother.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Cheers.
Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcast.com.au.